Evening, you wild roving band of questers on the road to the Stone of Destiny, the fourth jewel of the Tuatha De Danann. We had a very important initiatory gateway open up for us back on the Sagittarius full moon. And it's starting to ramp up in its signal with this Gemini new moon that just came in. We've just entered the light building phase. Prepare to be put through that initiation. You will find the signals increasing, the signs will be in your environment. All of life is in communication with you, and we are about to enter a very potent portal. You'll come out the other side, maybe a little wiser than you are in this moment right now, but we're here to put a new slant on a pick-a-card read. We're not picking a card tonight. We're picking a reality tunnel. Make your choice wisely. We're going to have some fun with this. We're going to play. And just be open to the adventure. Let it unfold. And I'm diving in there with you. I'll see you on the other side. Greetings, Quester. If you chose Reality Tunnel number 1 and the Superfly Wizard, this is your read. We're going to open up with first getting a fairy tale theme for you for your reality tunnel that will play out in your life as you move through this cycle, which will culminate for this particular leg of the journey on June 21st with the full moon in Capricorn. Now, it's up to you to do your research about this fairy tale, learn as much as you can about it. First of all, this helps to make the world a little bit smaller of a place. We can understand a little more about each other and our threads of connection through sharing these oral traditions. And I think it's important that you discover these threads of connection for yourself. This is merely to just set the tone and let you know what fairy tale storyline is going to be playing out in your particular reality tunnel. We're going to do a simple cut to the left and take the top card on the right. We're not looking at reversals or reading the card per se. We're just getting the fairy tale and the country that it's from, so you can do your own research and learn all about it. Okay, so let's check it out and see what we got for you here. Let me turn this deck upright. Okay, so things may seem a little bit upside down in general for you right now. There's a lot of kind of tricksy energy dropping in for your particular read. So I think you got some challenges ahead. You might be dealing with a little trickster medicine during this cycle. All right, let's see what your fairy tale is. Oh yes, you're dealing with a trickster, all right. We have the devil. Your fairy tale comes from Brazil. It's part of Brazilian mythology, and it is the story of Boitata. That's B-O-I-T-A-T-A, okay? It will be up to you to do the research about that and see how that's going to play out in your life. It should be interesting, I have to say. Should be interesting, okay? So again, Boitata from Brazil. Brazilian mythology. Very interesting. You might have some kind of connection there. All right, we're going to dive right into your read, and we're going to dive in a little deeper and see what might be coming your way with some arcane BS as you move through this next cycle. Where might reality tunnel number ones experience the most insight? Where will they find their clues? Where will their hidden treasures lie? How can they find their way around this trickster energy to pluck that pearl of wisdom as they move through this cycle? See, it's very interesting here. There's like challenges with shuffling your cards. So I feel like something is really difficult to come together. You have a bit of a challenge in getting where you want to go. You have a bit of a challenge in transforming some fate to arrive at your destiny. And I do feel like there are tricksters that are going to greet you on your path. You may be presented with riddles. You may also be presented with temptations. And you're really going to have to trust your intuition and what you've already learned up until this particular point of your journey. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Oh, you're about to prepare for rebirth here, though, I have to say. You could be dealing with a trickster that recently had a birthday. So you could be a Gemini and you could be playing tricks on yourself. Maybe you're holding some coyote medicine right now and you're not quite, aware of the ways that you're sort of leading yourself on a wild goose chase. Maybe you're looking for a particular golden egg. You could also be dealing with a Gemini that comes to you as a trickster on your path, or potentially a Taurus, okay? Somebody who recently had a birthday or a birthday coming up soon, okay? So if not a Gemini, perhaps a Cancer. These are the 3 signs coming in. There's also something coming in here about Jim Morrison, all right? Jim Morrison is your muse as you move through the cycle. This is reminding me of the scene in the movie The Doors where he's sitting around at his birthday party. It was the last birthday he had before he passed away in Paris with his love, Pamela, by his side. So there's some kind of connection coming in here. I do feel like there's some tricky terrain you're navigating in moving into your rebirth energy. And this may come in the form of a particular trickster on your path. That trickster may be you, okay? Let's get some more details. I would also say be aware of consuming any fairy food, okay? If you have suspicions about any food items that somebody's giving you, you might want to think twice about this. Yes, it's all jazz right now. It's all improv for you with the saxophone fetus here. This is really you making it up as you go. You can't have 2 set plans as you move through the cycle. You're really going to have to think outside of the box and be quite innovative here. I think some things may seem disharmonious to you right now, but when you get to the other side, you're really going to recognize how much they come together. It's like 2 things that feel like they don't go together or they don't harmonize with each other actually do. But you won't really understand that until you make it through this initiatory gateway, because you are preparing for a birth here. You're about to enter that birth canal. I feel you're about to have a real powerful new beginning in your life. And there's also some kind of creative talent that might awaken within you at this time, a creative talent that you didn't know you had. There might be some kind of song that comes forward for you. Music might provide a clue for you about where your new beginning lies. So do a little divination when you tune into the airways, when you're listening to the radio and a song comes on, or, if you kind of leave your YouTube and you got, a playlist going and a song comes on out of nowhere and you're like, whoa, okay, pay attention. I do feel like music, and I don't know why I got this, maybe because it's like, it doesn't seem like it would go with it, but it does. Even commercial jingles, okay? So there's something about this. When you're in the grocery store and you hear music filtering through your environment, this is where you're going to receive your signs, all right? We're going to also do a cut of the deck here to see where else might you find your signs, your synchronicities, your indications. Ooh, we have the double caveman here, okay? So you may encounter a particular individual that you think is like really old school. This person's very set in their ways. They have a real difficult time seeing anything in a new way. You might be experiencing a challenge with this individual, but are they really challenging you in the way you think? Maybe they're challenging you to open up your perspective to see that maybe they do have some kind of worthwhile counsel to offer you. This person may come to you and they may not be the type of person you normally would follow the advice of. Like you may think, oh, you know, they look at things in a really outdated way. They're kind of like cramping my style. And actually this person's coming as a guide, okay? They're coming as a guide. This may be somebody that, you know, comes off kind of gruff. They may sort of say things, you know, in a very matter-of-fact sort of way. This may be the type of person that you would normally butt heads with. You may think that just this person doesn't have a clue. Like you're not hip. You don't know what's up. What is hip? You know, Tower of Power coming in. That's the song. Go look up the lyrics to that song. Okay, there's something going on there for you with this whole concept of what's hip, what's cool, who knows what's up and who doesn't, okay? I feel like your guides are coming through people that you would never, ever look to as far as having their finger on the pulse of anything that's happening here. So be aware that you may be clashing up against some tricky parts of you that could actually use a reboot. And maybe there are some things that, you know, those who seem like they're a little stuck in their ways have something to show you. Could it be that they're stuck in their ways because they learned something the hard way and they want to give you some benefit here? I do feel like you got tricky terrain to navigate as you move through this reality tunnel. So you might want to open your mind to new sources of information and just see where it leads, okay? Let's see what's on the other side here. Oh yeah, beefcake. All right. So here's another clue for you too, okay? This could be somebody that might even present some kind of romantic opportunity, all right? This might be somebody who, you know, really prides their appearance. Maybe you're not so focused on that. Maybe this person's like a gym rat, okay? This person has their eyes on you, right? And they're here. Look at that. Look at that skull there. They are here to lead you through an initiatory gateway. They're bringing some kind of new beginning into your life. This person has a certain vision, a certain wisdom that maybe you won't initially recognize. I do recommend you pay attention. So also when you overhear certain conversations, when you're at the gym, okay? Or if you encounter one of these characters in your environment, do be aware that they are there to provide you with like a little breadcrumb on your path that will lead you out of the dark wood. I also feel like the more that you take care of your physical body at this time and sort of train physically for the challenges ahead, the more that it will increase your insight, the more that it will awaken your third eye and give you a vision of how you can secure this new beginning you're wanting in your life. It looks like you may be wanting a new beginning in love, or some of you, it's a trophy, okay? You have your eyes on a particular prize. Maybe you're in competition with somebody, you know, you're very new school, they're very old school, and there's this clash of wills there. You want to win, you want to come out the other side, but there's a new like vision that you need to get here. I do feel like the more that you train your body, it gives you a certain adeptness to navigate somewhat of a little bit of an obstacle course that you're going to find. I mean, I do feel like this is the prize at the end of the line. There is some holy grail here, so to speak. But in order to be able to claim it and really draw down that thing that you desire and root it into reality, you first have to go through this rebirth, which means maybe even seeing something through the eyes of another. This double caveman here, potentially, all right? Very interesting energy. You know what it's making me think of? It's making me think of Quanah Parker. And Quanah Parker was the last of the Comanche warrior chiefs. And he had so much influence, so much influence. He was really good friends with Roosevelt. And he actually was put in quite a position of power, and he secured quite an amount of wealth for himself as well. And he had a particular way of sort of like building up his resilience and his strength. And that was that he would purposefully put himself in certain situations that tested his limits mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Oh, I'm getting like really intense sentience with this. Like he would wrap himself in buffalo hides on a sweltering hot day out on the plains, and they would be getting tight on him, and he would be getting overheated, and he would do this to develop a certain like mental focus, keeping his eyes on the prize. I don't know, there's something about that coming in there for you. You might have native roots. There might be a key there. You might want to study. Maybe that's where the double caveman is coming through. Maybe there's something that's being mirrored to you there. Maybe there is something you could learn from studying the life of Quanah Parker. All right. Last of the great warrior chiefs. Wow. Very interesting energy here. Okay, let's get a general picture coming in. We're going to bring in the Dragon Tarot for you here. Two of Wands. Okay, so this is all about bringing a certain vision you have into being. You're going to be dreaming this up. But the key is, notice the world there. Okay, so first it's like, as the world turns, so are the days of our lives. You got a little bit of a soap opera to navigate. Maybe soap operas have some kind of message for you too. Maybe somebody who really enjoys soap operas, okay? You have to pay attention to all the little signs, all the threads of connection. There's something here. There's also something that you're transforming here. There's something that you have to bring to a close in order to open up your road. There has to be this ending before there can be the rebirth. And I feel like this is what you're setting out to do. You're really going to have to activate what you know your truth is by actually using that spear of Lu to shoot a shot at that moon with that full moon in Capricorn that's coming up on June 21st. Your whole journey through this passage is navigating tests. I feel like they're tests of endurance, resilience, your ability to keep your focus despite others kind of coming your way, trying to throw you off the scent of a trail. You know, there's somebody always hovering around on the periphery. You may feel this. You may feel like somebody's got their eyes on you, okay? Stay live to this. Let's see what we got coming in here for you. Give me some more details, Spirit, about this reality tunnel that these questers are traveling through. What do they need to be aware of? What is going to greet them on their path? What is the opportunity? We know that you're looking to open your road. You might want to work with a road opener. You might want to do some road opening alchemy work. Okay, this could be beneficial for you. You do have to know, though, that when you do road opening work, it can make things get a little, you know, dicey there, but there's something here about you getting your chops. Like, maybe you do need to be challenged a little bit. Maybe you do need to move outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you do need to do something that makes you a bit, you know, uncertain if you're actually going to be able to navigate that passage, okay? There's some kind of gift of empowerment and strength that comes through the other side there, okay? Maybe much like Quanah Parker, I have to tell you. Okay, so let's see what is coming in here. Leading up to this Capricorn full moon on June 21st in this lunar cycle for this particular reality tunnel, we have the Sire of Pentacles in reverse. So again, I feel like this is somebody old school. You could very well be dealing with a Taurus, somebody that you think is super stubborn, very set in their ways. They can't hear what anybody else has to say. It's their way or the highway. And yet there may be something that they see that you don't see. This person may have acquired a certain level of financial stability, okay? This could also be, I have to say, with this energy in reverse, this person could be a little bit greedy for more of that financial stability. This might be somebody who feels like they have the upper hand here. They could be blocking a new beginning that you are wanting for yourself. They sort of look down at you. Maybe they blow a lot of hot air at you. They think that you don't know what you're doing. You don't have your chops up. Maybe they have some position of power over you or some current advantage, and they use that power in an imbalanced way. I say Taurus specifically because you did have that world energy come in too. That's fixed sign energy. Fixed signs are also really being affected during this whole Pluto retrograde cycle here, and you may be needing to rebel against this certain character here and teach them a thing or two, all right? But there's also something here too about even if you're at odds with this person, there might be a way to strike it even by gaining a certain advantage. There might be clues that this person gives you unwittingly. If you're sharp enough, you may spot them. You may spot a way to turn those tables and get the upper hand. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could be dealing with a Virgo. All right? All right, let's check it out. Let's see what's coming in here. That could be your trickster, though, I have to say. All right? Because you do need to best a trickster in this situation. Yep. This is somebody who's blocking an opportunity for you. They're blocking the way. They're making things unnecessarily difficult for you. Knight of Wands. And I'm telling you, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you want to reach that fourth jewel of the Tuatha De Danann, you're going to have to bring your fire forward, which means you're going to have to move into action. This is not something you can sit around waiting for. You have to go out and get it, and you have to really put some energy into it. You have to align with your truth and then be brave enough to act, to move toward what you want to see here. But I feel like you're in a place where your metal's being tested. This is why resilience is coming in for you, okay? I'm telling you, maybe you should give yourself some kind of real challenge during this cycle. Maybe a physical challenge. Maybe that challenge should come in the area of, some kind of physical exercise challenge, okay? It might bring your fire forward. It might be uncomfortable for you. Maybe you've kind of been like, taking it a bit easy for a while, but I see that this is what you need to overcome here, all right? With the Three of Wands in reverse, this particular character is blocking your passage, right? So this is who you need to best this person. But there's a key there, okay? There is a key that opens up your new door. But the thing is that you have to spot the opportunity where it seems unlikely. And so it's almost like this really stubborn, combative, locked in their old ways person is actually revealing, the way to get around this obstacle. Something about the exchange. Pay attention, okay? There's something here. There could also be finances involved in this situation. There could be some tricky business going on here. This could be around business dealings for some of you. This person could be blocking your business. All right, we'll look into that a little bit more. Let me do a cut of the deck here, all right, and see what we got. Sire of Swords. Look at that. There's that stone of destiny. If you are brave and you stay focused here and you don't let yourself be distracted, 23 on the clock. This is really potent change coming in here for you. Butterfly clan here may be an ally. This may be where you're wanting to fly off to. You may want to see a transformation with a particular individual. You could be of butterfly clan. That's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I do feel if you're bold and brave, fortune favors the bold and you will have luck on your side. You will achieve that stone of destiny, but you have to really, you know, best this trickster along the way. And what's on the other side here? Oh yes, you're wanting love. You're questing for a new beginning in love, but somebody has been cock blocking you, I have to say. You got the Two of Cups here. Someone else is also wanting the same thing. They see that you're eye to eye. You're each other's mirror here. Interesting energy. So this is the quest for a new beginning with a soulmate. You're wanting to see a transformation here. The way has been blocked. You have somebody who's been exercising control here to try to keep you apart. Now let's dive into it to get you another clue here about what might they be doing. We're going to pull out the occult tarot and see what the message is here for you. All right. What method is this trickster using that they have to overcome? What method is this trickster using? What are the methods this trickster is using? What is the nature of the way they are throwing obstacles and blocks on the path? You know, I just got this almost like Sphinx-like energy with this character. Again, I'm thinking in my mind's eye of the traditional Rider-Waite tarot card with the world and how there's the Sphinx at the top position there. The top position, which is associated with Capricorn on the cardinal cross. And it's also the position of the current North Node, ruler Aries. So there could be any of these characters playing into your situation as well. But I do feel like there is some kind of tricky situation here. It almost feels like a riddle that you have to solve. You might be dealing with a riddler. You might be dealing with somebody who speaks in riddles, okay? Interesting. You know, there might be a key there too. How do you best the riddler? All right. You might need to ask Batman about that. Might provide a clue to your rebirth. Bat totem is about rebirth. Okay. So very interesting energy here. Bat just came in for me last night. So that's pretty indicative of the energy that's moving through this cycle. So I do feel like you have to be aware of your environment. You know, if you pay attention to the subtleties, remember, the devil's in the details. The devil's in the details. It's the small things that count. It's the spaces in between the lines, you know. It's the gaps in the communication. It's the answers that aren't forthcoming. That's where your clues really lie here, okay? So let's see. How is this particular trickster operating? How's this trickster operating? Bottom of the deck in reverse, the Ace of Cups. Look at this. I think you've danced with this particular devil before. We got lion energy here. You could be dealing with a Leo. This is somebody who might be dealing with some kind of disorder. Okay? They might be struggling with some kind of disorder or some kind of health condition. You're familiar with this person. You're connected to this person in some way. It says brings good familiars. This person works a lot with herbs in their magic. This person's also very philosophical. They come off that way, at least. But there's something they're doing here to try to block this new beginning and love you want and trying to come together with this person, okay? Give me some more details, Spirit, about how they're interfering with reality tunnel number 1 here. How are they interfering with the activation of this reality tunnel? Wow. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse. Now, I like this, okay? Because I feel like if you pay attention and if you play your cards right, you'll actually get the upper hand in this situation. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius. Maybe you've been in kind of a hangman position. You know, you felt stalled out. You felt blocked. You felt duped. You felt like there was subterfuge in this situation. I don't think you're wrong. You could feel like this person that's been blocking your way or throwing obstacles on your path is sort of like beating a dead horse, you know? You might be feeling that way about hearing anything more from this person. This could be also a Sagittarius that you're dealing with, all right? These are all clues. You're going to have to trust your intuition, and also you'll know which side you're on here. But whoever you're dealing with, they talk around your questions, okay? They don't tell you what you want to know about the past. You have no idea what's really going on with them now. And as far as the future, it's not yet found, okay? You may feel that this person in some way stripped you of your dignity. In fact, this is how this person operates. They get really cozy with your circle. They get cozy with your friends, maybe even your family. They make them good familiars. And then they very quietly, imperceptibly, beneath the surface, undermine you by what they feed their head with, okay? And you think, or maybe you would have thought, I think you might have some clues about this because I do see this energy's in reverse. I think you're live to this, and if you're not live to it now, you will be. This person comes off like they're an ally to you. So I do feel like you're friendly, but this is like a frenemy energy. And they're definitely doing some lying, cheating, dealing, underhanded, dirty pull here. And yes, they're trying to steal something from you. They're trying to steal your treasure with this in reverse. But you got this energy turned around. So I feel like this is a moment when you're turning the tables on this particular character and you're going to reclaim the treasure that they tried to steal from you. This is wild. And on the bottom of the deck here, look what we got. We got Ace of Pentacles, and there's the trickster. The trickster doing the sacred hoop dance. Ooh, he's got a little something in the bag for you there. Just with that energy that came in there, as far as like the herbs and such, you might want to put together a little mojo bag, you know, something to carry on your person, keep it in your pocket. Traditionally, you like use it, you know, in such a way where it sort of wards you and wards what you're wanting to bring in. You know, bring in a little luck. I think you need a little luck to make it through this cycle. You know, you can just get a piece of red cloth and, you know, do your research about different lucky herbs and lucky stones, and also whatever talismans speak to you. And then, you know, carry it in your pocket. You know, you usually wear it, you know, right at about the waistline. That's traditional. Feed it a little smoke too once a week. You know, make sure you give it a little tobacco smoke or any kind of smoke. Some sage would be nice. You know, you got to feed the spirit of the bag. That's important. Don't let anybody see it, and don't ever let it hit the ground, all right? Yeah, I think luck would be good for you here because there's some new beginning you want here, all right? With this Ace of Pentacles. And you're going to need some luck, and you're going to need to, you know, beat this, you know, trickster at their own tricks. It's sort of like silly rabbit, trickster for kids. They look down on you in this way. They don't think you're up to snuff. I think you're going to teach this character a thing or two, okay? It says, gives all worldly power and treasures, makes one rich quickly. All right, very, very interesting energy here, man. Whoo! All right, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to get you 3 power words from the Pop Vocabulary book here. Okay, these words may come up in your environment to highlight something to you. Remember, it's about like reading between the lines of subtext. So we're just going to do a little bibliomancy here and see what we got for you. We're going to get 3 words at random for you that will provide clues. Ire, anger, rage, ill will. Okay? So we know that you are dealing with some situation where there's some pent-up anger, aggression. This person doesn't want you to move in a particular direction. They come off as your friend, but they're like, oh, they're gritting their teeth when they're smiling, trying to keep it in. And it's weird. Just the way this looks, I don't know why. It says ire, okay? But the first thing I thought was Eeyore. So maybe this is somebody that's kind of like real down in the dumps and they always feel kind of sorry for themselves and they're a bit stuck and kind of a bump in the log. And maybe they feel like you leveling up or advancing toward this new beginning that you want to claim. In some way, they feel like, you know, you're leaving them behind. They feel really sore about that. All right, let's get your next word here. Prismatic, brilliantly colored, dazzling. Okay, so this person works with a lot of glamour magic and their approach is very multifaceted. In fact, they may cast somewhat of a glamour around themselves where, you know, they got almost like a chameleon type of energy. They really adapt to their environment, right? So once you understand this, this is a way that you can kind of find a pathway through to break that spell, so to speak. And let's get one more word here. Quid pro quo. An equal exchange or substitution, giving something in return, something equivalent. I told you it's boomerang energy, okay? So you're flipping it up and reversing it on this person, okay? You're giving them back a little bit of what they gave you, all right? And then we're going to do one more bit of bibliomancy here from this journey through a history of magic, which came to me in a very magical way. And we're just going to see what magic you got working for you during this cycle. Look at that. You got a herbal, culpepper's herbal. Very interesting. Many plants were researched the world over for magical healing properties. A herbal is a book of plants which describes their appearance, properties, and how they can be used to prepare ointments and medicines. If this person ever gives you any kind of ointments or medicines, you know, maybe they do this kind of work, they make tinctures and such, I would be very leery about taking any of that. Many of these wonderful herbs and potions names used in the Harry Potter books suggest links to the research done by those who dedicated their time to exploring the countless varieties of plants that fill our world. Popularly known as Culpeper's Herbal, this book by Nicholas Culpeper, 1616 to 1654, was first published in 1652 as the English physician. Since then, it has appeared in over 100 editions, and it was the first medical book to be published in North America. Culpeper wanted the text to be accessible to everyone, so he wrote it in English rather than the traditional Latin. His herbal provided a detailed list of native medicinal herbs. interesting, matched with specific illnesses, and prescribe the most effective forms of treatment and when to take them. And here's a quote from the Harry Potter book. It says, I've got 2 copies of Culpeper. One, a cheap edition I bought secondhand years ago, and one beautiful version I was given by Bloomsbury. Actually, that was just a quote from J.K. Rowling. It was not from the book. 2017, that quote is from, so that date could be significant. It says, do you know Culpeper was an unlicensed apothecary and was disliked by the medical profession, who believed that they should be the only ones to practice medicine in London. He came into conflict with the College of Physicians, and in 1642 he was apparently tried but acquitted for practicing witchcraft. So this could be somebody who's kind of on a witch hunt too. Maybe they're accusing somebody of witchcraft, but actually they're the ones who are doing the dark arts in this scenario. This is something to be live to. This person could be an herbalist. This person could be connected to an apothecary. This person may be some kind of holistic practitioner, all right? You might want to get your hands on a book of herbalism and, do a little research. I feel like you should put together a mojo bag, all right? And if you've gotten anything from this person, don't use it, okay? Because I feel like that's the way that this person's found it in. Maybe when you've dealt with certain kinds of maladies, they're, oh, here, let me help you. I got something for that. Oh, yeah, they do. Do this, and you'll be able to turn this around. Good luck and Godspeed. I'll see you on the other side of the full moon. Greetings, questers who chose Reality Tunnel number 2 and good old Bob Dobbs as the wizard. We are going to dive in and figure out what fairy tale is setting the theme for your reality tunnel. Now, fairy tales are something that are passed down through oral tradition, and they contain a bit of ancestral wisdom in there. And there's also ways that they can provide breadcrumbs. They can lead you out of the dark wood representing the subconscious terrain. So you can get to the other side and activate your new beginning and get closer to that brush with that day of destiny that will be illuminated with the full moon that comes in Capricorn on June 21st, when this particular reality tunnel will close. But up until then, we want to see, as you're entering into this realm of fairy, what fairy tale is setting the tone. So it will be up to you to research this fairy tale, to learn the story, to understand how it may be speaking to you. And let me tell you something about this wild wisdom that comes through fairy tales. It's not just something for children. There's actually a lot of adult themes and little jewels that come through, little keys that open up doors of opportunity that come through fairy tales and help you understand how to avoid a whole lot of trouble and just get somewhere a lot easier, pass tests with a lot more efficiency and agility. And so I do feel like there's something here about the desire to speed things up, but let's see what your fairy tale is, all right? I'm not going to go into the history of the fairy tale for you, what it's about. I do feel like doing that independent research is super important, especially when we're diving into that terrain, because there's secret knowledge there. And so only those who are willing to really do the work are able to gain access to it, all right? So this will sort of separate the wheat from the chaff in this regard. You might be needing to separate the wheat from the chaff. Okay, this is very interesting. We're just going to do a cut to the left and take the top card on the right to set your theme. We're not reading this card. We are simply figuring out what the energy is. Ooh, we got a Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, though. I can't help but notice that. Big Libra South Node action coming in there. Also Gemini season at the forefront. There may be a lot of air signs that chose this particular reality tunnel. It makes sense with Bob Dobbs, you have to like be an intellectual, you know, somebody who likes to understand how to unravel the programming in order to choose Bob Dobbs, okay, and find the way through to kind of like hack the matrix, okay. So interesting energy there, but I do feel like this is sort of like a core theme. There's something you're transforming here, so you can really ignite your pathway to your destiny, blaze a trail, so to speak. You may be wanting to blaze a trail. Maybe you've been sort of like held up. You feel like you need to get things moving, all right? I do feel like that's on offer, but let's see what your fairy tale is, okay? Let's check it out. Ooh, I like it. The star, representing that North Star, representing that North Node. Look at that. Beautiful imagery. Okay, yours is a Russian fairy tale coming, of course, from Russia. And it's the story of Sister Alyanushka and Brother Ivanushka. That's Alyanushka, Alyonoushka. Interesting. I'm not familiar with the fairy tale myself. So, do your research. It's interesting how we brought in the woods, and you'll notice that this card has the woods there. All right, look into this and see what you find out, okay? Do your research, and be interesting to see how that unfolds. So it looks like you're on lock to head toward your North Node for sure, but let's see where your keys are coming in. Let's see by pulling out some arcane BS here and find where you may find your treasures. Ooh, I like this. You're already actively in a process of surfing that Zavuya. I see that, you know, you found a way for the old you to enter a new flow, and you're kind of hanging loose. You may be enjoying the ride, I have to say. I mean, those who picked this particular pile may be more of the Discordian persuasion, used to working with kind of chaotic energy, used to finding the flow that leads through the eye of the center of the storm. I do feel like you're going to be moving forward here on this wave of change. You are entering that transformational gateway. Some old part of you is really being transformed. The old you is going through a complete revamp here, man. Okay? And there's something about surfing too, all right? Surfing the Zavuya, yes, but there might also be something in relation to actually surfing, okay? Maybe some of you have always wanted to surf, okay? You might come into contact with a surfer. They can teach an old dog new tricks. I got that. All right, there might be some kind of, you know, attraction there too. There could be a Hawaii connection coming in here as well. All right, let's check it out. Where are the clues, the keys, the hidden gems, the synchronicities going to come in for reality tunnel number 2? I just heard Bubbles the Chimp. That makes me think of Michael Jackson. Okay, so there might be clues that come in through Michael Jackson's music. All right, maybe you really like surf guitar. I just got the zombies. You might be dealing with a zombie, okay? You might be dealing with somebody that comes back from the, you know, back from the recesses of the past. Reminds me of Thriller. Okay, it might be kind of a thrilling month, all right? Might be a thrilling month there, okay? It's interesting though. It's almost got like Pied Piper vibes because I'm thinking about Thriller and I'm thinking of the way that, you know, by the end of it, like all of the zombies were like dancing to that tune. All right. So maybe somebody thinks that they're pulling something over on you, that they got you under some spell, that they have some kind of control. but their methods are outdated, and you've already found your way to move ahead of that flow. You're riding an entirely different wave entirely. Maybe you've done some work on hopping timelines. You might be actively hopping timelines. I mean, this is random clip art. I think whatever's being thrown at you here, this person is like, they're kind of just random with their approach. You might be on a totally different track. You're not even tapped into this energy that's being thrown your way. And it's interesting because there was that, eel energy that also came in with that chimp that was surfing. So look up eel medicine, okay? Research eel totem. There's clues there for you. And I would also pay attention to when eel shows up, That's when there's something going on in your environment that you need to be aware of. There's a band called the Eels, okay? So music coming in for this set too. You might have some connection to reality tunnel number 1. You might know somebody. Maybe they're the zombie. Maybe they're the zombie that's kind of coming into your storyline here. It's interesting. I do feel that, you're trying to move forward. Maybe you felt a little bit drained. You might have been dealing with some energy harvesters here. You have something that they want and they're trying to stake a claim on it. All right. But I think that, while they may have drained you temporarily, I do feel like you have the ability to have, reserves stored up here with the cactus. I also feel like you might want to be aware of just, be more mindful of your energetic defenses at this time. Make sure you're doing good shielding, all right? Because there is somebody here that's hungry for your energy. And this person might like to tap in through the sacral chakra. Right? I think this person's going through some kind of tower right now because they're really discovering that, they're starting to get drained. I mean, they may have been on your teat for a while here, okay? But now they're kind of drained. This could be somebody that likes sushi. This person could be like a foodie. They like gourmet food. This person could live in the South, right? They could be from any of, the southern section of wherever you're at. I feel like the deserts, okay? This person might have a motorcycle. This person may have been on a recent visit to Vegas. They might be in that general area, okay? Interesting energy here. Yes. I do feel like somebody knows you're looking ahead in a certain direction, but they're trying to drain your reserves, right? They might be doing something to just make you feel like unmotivated, low on energy, but they don't understand you have a special kind of protection here, all right? You have a special kind of protection here that allows you to have backup reserves. I'm also getting San Pedro, okay? So some of you like to work with different allies. You may be a little bit of a psychonaut. Okay, San Pedro too, it's very Venusian. You could be somebody with a strong Venus placement in your chart. You could be ruled by Venus. You could be a Libra. You could be a Taurus. This could be something that has been going on since Taurus was in the North Node position. So this cycle of having your energy harvested could have kicked off back in 2021. Okay. There might have been something that shifted at that time. Maybe that person took some kind of action at that time to try to steal away something that was yours, something they have their eye on. You may have had a bit of an evil eye sent your way. You might want to do some cleansing energy. I just think this person has been trying to like siphon your energy. They want what's yours. All right. But something's already in a state of transformation here. And I think it's because you have backup reserves. All right, interesting. Give me more details on this, Spirit. Where are these clues coming through? So you might get a lot of messages coming in when you're, you know, out to eat, or when you're having a picnic, anywhere that food is involved, okay? Also, be aware that somebody may be trying to drain your energy by giving you certain foods that they know don't make you feel your best, all right? What do we got going on here? This is the dildo wizard in reverse. Yeah, this person was tapping in through you know, sexuality. I have to say, you may be dealing with a chaos magician, all right? Yeah, they've been spilling out all their, you know, they've been spilling out all their ojas, you know, trying to charge up their sigils. They want you to be part of their harem, but now it's like, you know, their magic's not working for them anymore. You transform something. This person doesn't have a way in. Whatever you've been doing to like put up your defenses, you know, whatever you've done to cleanse away this energy, it's been successful. This person doesn't know how to get back into your energy right now. Interesting. This gives you a clue though. This person may be trying to find a way through. They may be trying to find a way to get to you. Okay, I think this person is finding a lot of challenges. This person may be finding challenges. You know, they may have, actually, I have to say, this person may be kind of like trying to play it off like they're a martyr, right? But this energy is coming in reverse. I feel like this person's a mastermind. So if you get somebody coming at you and they're trying to tell you like, oh no, I had nothing to do with that. It was like these other, you know, side pieces I was involved with, or it was my, you know, lovers on the side that were causing all the problems. They were throwing around all the magic. No, this person orchestrated the whole thing, man. Okay? This person was at the helm of this ship that's now going down. You know what I'm saying? Because this is in reverse, all right? I also think it's time for somebody to stop pretending like they're a martyr, man. Like, you knew what you were doing back there. This is a wizard who's been acting out of integrity. I feel like it's a chaos magician. They manifest a lot through the sexuality, okay? They do a lot of control work around this too. Okay, there could be, you know, a couple other lovers. This could be somebody who, you know, has, you know, a harem, so to speak. And there may be a couple lovers that aren't getting it from this this dildo wizard anymore. And so now they're like teaming up to work against him. All right. There could be a Pisces in connection with this energy. It reminds me of the Hangman energy. Reminds me of the 12th house too. So this could be a hidden enemy. All right. There's definitely magic being thrown around in this situation for sure. And you got some wizard who's acting out of integrity, man. Oh, yes. We got the weird tree here. All right. Look at that. We got this goat energy. Okay. I think this person works the left-hand path. And they know that you have some kind of knowledge here. Knowledge that they want access to. They've been trying to create disruption between what you're trying to transform so you can activate your north node. They're trying to get you held up at the crossroads. I think you can find a lot of balance by working the medicine wheel. All right? Study the medicine wheel. Research that. This person could also work with a lot of runes. You know, this may be what they're charging up. It's got those vibes to me. I also think you got Odin coming in as an ally, all right? So Odin won't answer the questions for you, all right? There's a lot that you will have to navigate on your own, but there's something about really getting yourself rooted to the earth. You might want to really root yourself by spending time at a power place, maybe with a specific tree, and that will really help you to you know, preserve your energy, and also sort of like cut off this person who's really resilient here. I mean, this person is going through a lot. I feel that. They've recently been feeling the effect of being cut off from your energy. And this person's going to be kind of like chomping at the bit to try to find a way back in. They got that goatish energy, okay? But there's something that's been cut off here, so this person can't get back in. All right. Got like stag energy here too. White stag energy coming through. It's that activation of the North Node. The white stag is a story you might want to look into as well, all right? Stag may be coming in for you as an ally, pointing the way, all right? That's a very specific tale, right? Very interesting energy here. I do think that there is a need to, make sure you're staying grounded here. Make sure you're keeping up good, defenses. I think that you are out of reach from this person. I think that you're in the process of really just cutting this energy off. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. All right. It's possible. Particular goat here. Let's do a cut of the deck to the left. Take the top card on the right here. Look at this. I'm telling you, this person already sees that you're on the rise here. You're already transforming the energy. You're rising above this, but they are hungry. This is like a parasitic energy. And in fact, I feel like you did something to just pull this out at the root. And for some of you, you lifted something generationally, okay? This goes way back. And now, you're rising up. You're rising up above this and it can't reach you. You definitely are heading on track to unlock the power of the Stone of Destiny. And it's because you come into alignment with some sovereignty here. This is really good, all right? This energy looks pretty good here, all right? Yep, we got a Queen of Holes here, all right? This is the only thing that can prevent you from heading through this door of opportunity. You just have to be very careful of having leaky energy here. You have to be very careful about who you let in. Some doors need to be kept closed. So I feel like somebody's going to come around to test this. And this is a character. They are a wizard. They're going to try to work you, right? They're going to try to make it out like they had no part in that. It was all these other people. They're going to try to make, a couple of their side pieces take the fall here. But, I think there's 3 of them that are kind of caught up at the crossroads here, I have to say. They want to find a way through, but they've run out of gas. They don't have your energy anymore, right? And there could be somebody, because look at this. You see the eye here? It's like that eye for an eye energy. There could be somebody here. Look at the martyr energy too. It's really interesting. Yeah, this person they don't have anything left to give. They don't have anything left to give because they're totally depleted. They can't tap into your energy anymore. As long as you don't put yourself in this position where you buy this sob story and you make yourself susceptible to whatever this scheme is, you won't have any issues here. This could be somebody that comes off as being, almost like a goody two-shoes, I have to say, or like they have some kind of like higher level of morality. They could even be a very spiritual person, a God-fearing person, so to speak, okay? But there's a lot of holes in that story, okay? There's something here. There's something about the story you hear that you can't trust. This could also be a person that is connected, maybe one of the side pieces here. Maybe they're going to try to come in first, see if they can find an in. You might have felt this person trying to tap into your energy a lot lately. It almost makes me think that there's a little bit of a security breach here, okay? You might still have the door a little ajar here, so there's something you need to look at. Because I do feel like this person will be persistent in trying to find a way through to your energy. All right, let's get some more details about this. We're we're going to look at how might they be trying to find this way through to your energy. On what level is this person working? We're pulling out the occult tarot here. 2 of Pentacles. Reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies. Okay, so this is somebody that you've probably known before. Ooh, and there's the Hangman on the other side. They wanted to trade places with you. This person may be trying to mimic your energy as well. What does it say here? Teaches natural and planetary sciences. Lights corpse lights above graves and moves bodies so the souls may be stolen. Ooh. Somebody who's trying to swap destiny. This may be somebody who is adept at astrology. Okay. This person's trying to trade places with you. That's what I got. But whatever they've been doing here, they haven't been moving correct. And whatever they've been doing ain't working, okay? Because they're running out of steam. But that's why this energy is going to pick up. So you may have been feeling a lot of peace lately. You may have also started to notice that you're moving forward with greater ease, okay? Be aware that that's the time that you could kind of let your defenses down when you need to just really be mindful of reinforcing them. All right. Because like I said, we got goat energy here. So this person is like, they're very like persistent. They're very persistent. And if they are connected to reality tunnel 1, okay, because the same kind of persistent energy came in there. There was also a real strong earth energy that was sort of throwing a wrench in the works there. They could, you know, definitely be very stubborn. They could have that will of the goat. You know, this person is resilient because there's something here where they don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to elevate. If you elevate, it's gonna prove them wrong, man. This person is talking a lot of mess. They've been talking a lot of mess, and this is putting all kinds of holes in their story, all right? All kinds of holes in their story. And I feel like this person's going down, all right? They may even feel like they're being made a martyr of. They may be playing the victim card, you know, really, really strong in this situation. They might be having some kind of fall from grace. You need to be aware of this because this is going to make this person more desperate. And with that, we got a tower in reverse. Look, I'm telling you, this person's trying to avoid a tower. They understand that there's some kind of, you know, backlash energy here. Something's boomeranging back around. They're trying to prevent this tower from falling. This could be a Scorpio, all right? This could be an Aries. It says promotes discord, war, arguments, and falsehoods. Gives generous responses. You see what I mean? This person's a talker, but they talk a lot of shit, right? And whatever story they're telling you, it's not true. All right? You need to be really aware of this. Don't get tricked. This needs to come to a close, okay? So I got that you might have a soft spot for this character and you might really want to believe what they tell you because maybe there's a part of you that doesn't want to believe this, you know? You don't want this tower to fall. But there is something that you need to be very aware of here because if you're not aware of this, it's going to lead to some serious issues for you. Okay, give me more clues about how this person's moving and how is this person operating? What are their methods? What are their tactics? What do those journeying through reality tunnel number 2 need to be aware of here? 6 of Pentacles. Again, teaches astrology. So this is somebody who teaches astrology. This is a very adept astrologer. And they're holding on to some hidden treasure here, all right? And I believe the hidden treasure they're holding on to is they are trying to get an end to something that actually is earmarked for you. And it says brings excellent familiars. So that means this person is connected to people that you have a soft spot for. And that's how they work you. And that's how they can gain an advantage and an in. You need to be aware of this here. And this card fell right on top of that dildo wizard. So what do we got here? Page of Wands, quintessential Sagittarius card. Could be any fire sign energy though. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're going to hear from this person. It says gives answers concerning past, present, and future. Can make one invisible. Do you see? Throwing rocks, hiding their hands. They're trying to like absolve themselves of any involvement. It's BS. And in fact, with the Six of Pentacles here, this person's trying to avoid balancing out the karma of the situation. But there's no way to avoid balancing out karma. Like the piper will be paid for deeds done in the dark. That's just the way it works. This energy's already coming in for them. And the more they try to talk their way out of it, the more it's like a finger trap, you know? The harder they try to pull their way out of this one, the more they get stuck, I have to say. And there could be another they're partnering with here on this. It could be a dildo wizard with the Queen of Holes. Amy, okay? Amy, there could be an Amy connected to this. Okay, this could be one of the people involved. You could be Amy, all right? Interesting energy. Let me do a cut of the deck here. King of Swords reveals knowledge of forthcoming battles and procures the favor of lords and kings. Okay, so I do feel like there's an ally here. All right, air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, really strong Aquarius here. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. There's that crossroad energy. There is somebody here that can give some guidance about, you know, how to, you know, bring this cycle to a close and to secure your happiness and secure that North Node position. There is somebody who is a truth teller here. I got that it's an air sign, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could have a strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placement in your chart, all right? I think this North Node is assured for you. Makes birds appear and behave as though tame. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is an energy too that moves very slowly. So this could, again, just because reality tunnel number 1 came in, they also had an earth sign energy that was trying to block things, slow things down. This person may work with monitoring spirits. They may work with birds. I also say you should pay attention, you know, use a little ornithology. Pay attention to the birds that are showing up in your environment. Notice what type of birds. Study the birds, okay? Notice what direction they're flying, what formation, how many are in the flock. Just notice the birds in your environment in general. There's some kind of communication coming in here. I also feel air sign energy very strongly coming in here. And this is making me think of the medicine wheel. It's making me think of the directions. And so this automatically makes me think, first of all, of the North Node and South Node, okay? Aries energy is hawk on the medicine wheel, okay? Associated with the direction east. And then Raven is associated with the direction west on the medicine wheel. And that's for Libra, okay? So there's definitely something going on here where somebody's trying to throw you off track. Trying to like lead you off the path to get to your North Node. You need to keep, you know, your heart to the wheel at this point, right? Very important. No distractions, okay? Keep focused on where you're going, not where you've been. You're rising up out of this past that really weighed you down here. If you get sucked into this, it's just going to be like an albatross for you. Albatross, another bird, okay? You might want to study that. There definitely could be a coastal connection here. I'm just noticing the water in the background there, okay? So this could have, you know, something to do with East Coast, West Coast, all right? There might be somebody that has a specific truth to speak to you that's from the West. What is this character holding in their other hand here? Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure what they're holding in their hand there. Oh, that might be a clue. You don't know what this person's holding in their hand? They're not revealing their hand. Somebody, that might be something to pay attention to as well. Somebody here is really standing in their truth. They're not afraid to speak their truth. They're not, afraid to show up and represent it. And somebody here is really concealing their truth. They're not revealing their hand. You need to pay attention to this, okay? There could also be a Leo in the mix here as well with that sun energy coming in, all right? Interesting. All right, this is a pretty clear picture. I think your whole MO here is to maybe do some clearing in the sacral chakra, all right? Make sure that you're putting up good boundaries in this situation. Let's just get a few more details here for you for reality tunnel number 2. What's on the bottom of the deck here? Queen of Wands, okay? Fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be factoring into this situation. Jaguar medicine, okay? Jaguar medicine is about exercising impeccable integrity. It's also about having fearlessness as you head into the unknown, right? You need to have bravery at this time. You really need to wield that spear of blue, all right? Bring your fire forward. Don't be afraid to shoot for the moon. You will hit your mark. These people are losing steam, but not if you kind of get sloppy at this time and let down your defenses. Be mindful of this. Okay, any more details for reality tunnel number 2, Spirit? Any more details for reality tunnel number 2, Spirit? Any more details for reality tunnel number 2, Spirit? Oop, that flipped up right in the middle of the deck. Isn't that interesting? What do we got here? Okay, Page of Cups. And look, we got heron medicine there, okay? Yes, this could be somebody who's trying to scry into the situation. Somebody who's trying to get some illumination. Remember, there was that water side connection. Water signs coming in here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be playing into this situation, right? This person works with the water element a lot. They may work with scrying as their means of peering into the future. This may be how they access their intuition. They're wanting some new beginning here too. This person might have been doing some reflecting lately. You see, but they do some manipulation of their reflection, what they reflect to the outer world. This person may do mirror work too. You see that? They got their pointer finger there in the water, and there's something that they're kind of stirring up here, right? Be aware of this. I do feel like this person's going to come in. This person's going to come in. And with that, on the other side there, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, okay? You should refuse this advance. You should refuse this advance. What do we got there? Bear medicine, okay? This person's been trying to tap into your third eye. Bear medicine is all about activating that pineal gland. Of course, the pineal gland... Of course, the pineal gland would come in for the Bob Dobbs wizard, okay? There's a lot of Discordians that are in this group. I have to say, decalcify your pineal gland, okay? Because this character is trying to run off with something that is yours. They got a hawk. They got a hawk in their clutches. Whoa! That's that Aries energy. Aries North Node. They're trying to swap destinies. And right behind that, we got the Empress. But look, you're about to have the activation of this, and they know it. Okay, so there's 2 people here you need to be aware of. They see that you're about to advance and activate your destiny here. I've got deer medicine, porcupine medicine coming in here, rabbit medicine. Okay, the trickster is nigh. Be aware, this is like tricky energy. Okay, tricky energy here. I do feel like you got a dragon ally, you got a dragon protector that's working with you here. I also feel it's like your gentleness is your strength, your vulnerability is your strength, your compassion is your strength, but these are people who may have viewed it as weakness, or they may have looked down at you, thought you weren't as formidable of a contender as you are. You know, I'm just noticing the smaller dragon here, but I mean, you're really, you're not a child here, man. You're grown. You've got your own wisdom. You know, people misunderstand sometimes, you know, the way that a playful spirit can sometimes have an advantage here. In fact, it's interesting. Look at this. Okay, the two birds, right? Remember, you got to pay attention. And then there's another smaller dragon here. I think this is them. They might be like shapeshifters a bit. They're trying to get access to some of your secrets. They didn't realize you were as advanced as you are. You know? They didn't realize you are as advanced as you are. But where you've experienced your growth is your ability, you know, to be gentle, to be compassionate. And also, let's pay attention to deer medicine. It's also about being very sensitive to your environment, right? And so there's this need here with porcupine medicine, okay, to make sure you're putting up those defenses. So with the Empress energy here, we have pretty strong air sign energy come in. We also had a little bit of Pentacles come in. So you could be a Libra, really strong Libra indications. You could also be a Taurus. You could be a mother, all right? You could be a mother. This could be something that, you know, disrupted something in your home, something in your family here. And I do feel like you are finding your way to the top, but there's also this thing that you need to be aware of here. You know, they're still on the periphery here, and they're not done yet. These people are trying to find an end because they realize that time's up. All right, they already see your advancement here, Empress. All right, cut of the deck. 40:33 on the clock. And there we go. We got the Sire of Swords. Look at that. Activating your Stone of Destiny. Butterfly clan coming in real strongly for the transformation. Libra energy, big time with that Empress there, okay? Also Aquarius and Gemini. And let me see what we got on the other side here. Three of Swords. Oh, I love that. Look at that. You are transforming this. Yes, they tried to thwart this. This might have even been a group of 3 people. We did see that initially here, right? This might have been a group of 3 people. Maybe one of these people is being sacrificed in this situation. Oh my gosh. I got sentience around that. They thought these other people would be loyal to them. No, they're going to let them take the fall. I'm telling you here, right? It pains them to see you activating your destiny here, but I see you're gonna make it through. You're coming through the end of a really painful cycle, and there's a huge transformation coming in here. And on the other side of that, we got a firm yes with the Hierophant here. All right. So a lot of medicine coming in here for you with that Mayan pyramid there. It's really reminding me of the last time that Jupiter was in Gemini, which was from June 2012 through June 2013. So there might be something here that's being transformed finally. This might have been something that was, you know, trying to, you know, thwart your progress for quite a long time. There could be a connection there, all right? There could be a Mexico connection. This could be somebody who works with Quirindissimo, okay? This person could be from Mexico. They could have worked with, you know, curandera from Mexico. That's possible too. I do see you've been doing a lot of journeying work here. Yes, please, you know, be protected because this person's trying to find your pathways. They can't find your pathways. They can't find the end, all right? So guard against that. Again, Jaguar medicine coming in for you. Impeccable integrity, well done. With this coming up upright, this is like in the affirmative. As long as you stay the course and you take these measures, you're going to find your way there. And we're going to do a little bibliomancy here with a pop vocabulary book. We're going to find your 3 power words. Anytime you come across these words, it's a cue to pay attention. There also might be a special message coming in with these words. These could be words that activate certain spells of protection and empowerment in your life. So let's see what we got. Pocket veto. An indirect veto brought about by the failure of the president to sign a presented bill within 10 days before the recess of Congress. Wow. Okay. So I feel like there's a detail that this person's missing here. They don't get to renew the contract, the soul contract here. Something has passed beyond the deadline, all right? So they're going to veto their own spot soon here, just by their inability to follow through with the appropriate action. There's something that was already supposed to have been addressed here a long time ago, and this person's been trying to escape accountability here, and that's what's caused the problem. Okay, let me get 2 more words here. Sportive, playful, fun-loving. Yeah, maybe they think that, you're immature. Maybe they think you take things too lightly. Maybe they think that, you just think everything's for fun, you don't take anything seriously. Well, a lot of good, their seriousness. A lot of good, their seriousness has gotten them. I mean, it looks like this is the way that you can really move ahead. If you keep being playful, fun-loving, having a good time, this is when you're really going to be in your flow. And I also feel like that's when you're most empowered, okay? So, have some fun with this energy. Just play with it, all right? Role play the energy a little bit. Don't take anything too seriously. Find the humor in things. Nothing is a better banisher than laughter, all right? So, keep at it, man, and that'll keep you on track. And let's see, one more. Frou-frou, fussy or showy dress or decoration. Okay. So you know what? It's interesting because there might have been people who have been really like dimming your light or trying to make you feel bad about putting yourself out there. Ted says yes. And this is sort of like, no, have fun with it. Like, you've worked hard for your position. So don't let these people, sideline you. It is your time to shine. Take your spot on center stage. And then we're going to go ahead and get a little magic for you from A History of Magic here and see what we got coming in for you. One more. Okay. There might be a connection. There might be a connection to Reality Tunnel 1 here. I think this is who you're dealing with. You're dealing with whoever Reality Tunnel 1 is. So you might want to tune in for that. They had the same thing. Herbal. Cole Pepper's Herbal. You might want to look into that book, Cole Pepper's Herbal. This is somebody who is an herbalist. This is somebody who works with herbs. This may be somebody who has offered you tinctures, herbs. They work with this kind of stuff. They might have an apothecary. They might work at an apothecary. Okay, this is who's been sabotaging you. You really need to pay attention to this. I also recommend that you do some smoke cleansing, working with some protective herbs. Get to know your warding herbs. Maybe do some, herbal infusions for some crown pour overs. Do some spiritual cleansing baths. Herbs are your ally at this time, okay? Very interesting. Same thing came up though, Reality Tunnel 1. So I do recommend you look into that. You might also want to look into Elizabeth Blackwell's Curious Herbal. And in fact, I highly suggest that. Okay, there's something there. There's something there. That's from 1737-39. Okay, maybe this person's curious about your methods here. If you've been sharing your methods, you might want to be careful about what you share. And it says here, civilizations all over the world have been practicing herbals for thousands of years. They are very important books
because for many centuries they contained the only medical advice available, as well as describing medicinal uses of plants. Herbals often contain magical information. People believed that problems with a particular body part could be treated by using a plant with a similar shape to that part. So lung problems could be treated with the plant lungwort, which has spotty leaves the same shape as lungs. And it's interesting because lungs are associated with grief. Okay? So this person may be trying to tap in through that energy of grief. And if you're in a state of grief and you're not in that like high-spirited, fun-loving energy, this is how they can really siphon from you. Interesting. I got mullein coming in too as a good ally for warding. Mullein is also good for lungs. Okay, this person may be trying to get their hands on your grimoire. They might be trying to get their hands on your secrets. So be careful of who you're sharing your stuff with, okay? Because not everybody should have access to that information. And that's what I got for you. See you on the other side there of that Capricorn full moon on June 21st. Good luck. Godspeed. I think you're going to do just fine. Just laugh your way there. Laugh the whole way there. Let them eat their hearts out. Greetings, questers who chose reality tunnel number 3. We are going to kick off this journey that will be culminating, at least this leg of the journey, it will be culminating with the full moon on June 21st in the sign of Capricorn. We are going to start out by giving you a fairy tale theme that will be playing out in your reality tunnel as you move through this lunar cycle. Now, we're not going to look at the cards specifically. I'm working with the Tarot of the Divine here. We're not going to go into the meaning of the tarot card. We're just simply getting the fairy tale associated with it. So it can highlight an area of research for you. There's a lot of wild wisdom that's passed down through fairy tales. And when you start working with this ancestral mythos, it's amazing what it activates in your day-to-day life. It really does weave a bit of magic into your life, and you'll see all kinds of themes emerging in your day-to-day reality. So it's a way to bring a bit of the extraordinary into the ordinary. I just got No Ordinary Moments by Dan Millman. This may be a book that you want to read at this time that can help give you guidance, maybe give you a different perspective as you enter this reality tunnel. It might help you navigate the way ahead as you're moving through this gateway of initiation, okay? We're going to do a simple cut to the left, okay? It was upside down, so I do feel like you're doing the deep dive right now. There's something that's kind of rough that you're going through that you're trying to integrate. Some kind of karmic cycle that you're needing to close so you can clear the way and move up to your north node, all right? We're going to do a simple cut to the left, take the top card on the right, and then we'll see what fairy tale is your theme for this journey ahead. Ooh, 3 of Cups. An opportunity for celebration, an opportunity for healing. Okay, this is what's on offer. There might be something that got turned a little upside down that needs to be turned right side up. This could involve 3 that have been working together. It's a running theme that's been coming through. It's very interesting. All right, let's see what that fairy tale is about. Okay, something I do want to note here that I find very interesting is that this is the only reality tunnel that did not have a major arcana card symbolizing their fairy tale. This is a minor arcana card, the 3 of Cups. And your particular mythos that you're working with is the Hindu mythology from Cambodia of Apsara. All right, so that's A-P-S-A-R-A, and it's going to be necessary for you to do research on this because This is so essential when we're diving into mythos or we're diving into fairy tales, is that we really retrieve those jewels of that wild wisdom for ourselves. There's something here that I feel, with this being a minor arcana card, that you actually have an opportunity to turn something around here. You have an opportunity to get a different result, all right? This is not a fated event that you're dealing with as you're moving through this lunar cycle. So it means that you have a lot of play for free will to work with here, which can be quite empowering. All right, so let's dive into your read, get more details. So do some research on Apsara, you know, look into it, get all the information you can there, okay? I'm just noticing this griffin here. There may have been a griffin that was sent out by a particular wizard to steal some treasure. All right, just bringing that in because it's something that's come in for us before. Let's go ahead and see where your keys lie as you move through this reality tunnel. Let's see where your synchronicities are coming in, when you should kind of like perk up your spidey senses and pay attention. There might be spider medicine coming in for you. Spider medicine is about weaving the webs of connectivity, okay? You might really want to pay attention to what's going on online. You might want to pay attention to the connections of shared community. There's something to look at there. Also, the web of creativity. What are you creating? There might be something that was created that needs to be looked at in a new way. Maybe it's something that needs to be released, so there can be a healing and a restoration. So something new can be created that will bring a spirit of celebration. I do feel like you're diving really deep into the South Node right now, right? So there is something that needs to be released here, transformed, and it will bring a healing and a renewal, all right? So you still have some time to work with this, okay? It could be connected to a particularly evil wizard. Maybe you're one of the wizard's henchmen. Maybe you got roped into this plot, okay? Unbeknownst to you, you weren't planning on it, but now you're finding yourself in a position where you could take a fall. Oh, yeah. You had your eyes on that prize with the beefcake, okay? This could have even been somebody that you had some kind of sensual connection with, all right? There's something that needs to come to an end here. Yeah, and it could be some kind of manifestation work that's gotten a little bit complicated. This has got kind of like fuck around, find out sort of vibes here. This could be a community matter. Remember, the connection piece here, okay? This is when things get a little messy. There's cross wires here, okay? There's a ball of confusion here. There may be something that's gotten a little out of control, okay? And everybody is trying to run for cover and sort of like ditch their involvement in this situation. And there is somebody who's on the warpath here. There is somebody who's quite angry. All right? They're ready to move forward. This could be this beefcake, I have to say. They got some sort of truth. They feel like, you know, they've been really wounded here. They might be taking a particular bull by the horns. It seems like everybody needs to tune in to reality tunnel number 1 because I feel like everybody is dealing with some earth sign energy here. This person could have been doing like sort of like boundary work, like marking their territory. This person could work with human fluids a lot, okay? This is something you need to be aware of here. I also feel like, you know, when you're out in public places, maybe out socializing, having fun, pay attention to the communication you hear in the bathroom, you know. Listen to what's going on in the stall next to you. You might hear somebody on their phone, you know. Something they say reveals something you didn't know before. It gives you a little insight, okay? You know, sometimes our messages come through in interesting ways. Yes, I'm noticing flashes of cards that came up in reality tunnel number 1. So it looks like everybody is being referred back to that. There's something going on here where I feel like we're all dealing with the same situation, right? We're all heading toward that stone of destiny. Right? So I think collectively, everybody here is dealing with, you know, reality tunnel number 1 on some level here. Or there's some key there, there's some information there for you. So you might want to check into that energy a little bit. All right, what do we got here? And this ties into reality tunnel number 2. So yeah, I do feel like all of these characters are interconnected in some way. But now we're going to find out the part that you're playing here. Looks like there's some kind of action you can take in this situation that can restore a spirit of celebration, maybe healing in this situation. You know, somebody here has been trying to move forward and they've had to really protect themselves because they're definitely being drained in this situation. Somebody's got their eyes on this person's prize, all right? And they're trying to transform the way this person wants to move forward, perhaps with a little sensual wiles, all right? You might find a message. You might find a message in reality tunnel number 2, I have to tell you. EL medicine, do look into this, okay? I feel like this person may be somebody who likes to cook, right? They may be like a real chef, man. Maybe even a chef that's kind of up and coming, okay? Or maybe you connected with this person somewhere where they serve like, you know, real kind of she sort of grub, okay? I do feel like this is like an up and coming place. You know, it's got those kind of vibes. Maybe you had to foot the bill. This person might ride a motorcycle. They might be a little bit of a rebellious type. This person could be from the south. This person could live in the desert. This person could have been through the desert on a horse with no name. Maybe they're a Sagittarius. Maybe they're born in the year of the horse in Chinese astrology. I feel like this person is running on empty. They might be having car troubles, vehicle troubles. They might have had to, you know, revert to riding a motorcycle instead of, you know, riding in their car. They may have been hitching rides, okay? They may have had some kind of like mechanical repairs that were needed, couldn't afford it. This person may be really running low on funds, okay? You might feel like this person always expects you to foot the bill or something like that. Interesting energy there. Okay, let's check this out. So do pay attention to these scenarios. They could be clues to you that are trying to illuminate something for you. What is coming in here for reality tunnel number 3? What is coming in for reality tunnel number 3? What is coming in for reality tunnel number 3? I don't know why, but I just heard HA connection. Okay? For some of you there is. I'm not going to go into that. If you don't know what that means, then it's not for you. Okay? Woo! Yeah, something's up, man. This person might be getting a call here that they realize they're going down for something. If they were involved in something illegal, you know, they might be getting the news that they're about to do some time, okay? Be careful. Be careful in this situation. Galaxy Dad. This could be a baby's daddy, all right? This could be somebody finding out that all their freewheeling fun landed them with a bun in the oven, I have to say. Yep. I mean, I do feel like there's been a little, you know, there's been a little hookup energy here. We got the robot riding a gorilla. I mean, I think you went and succumbed to this because of primal urges. Maybe, you know, the person's really attractive or something. I don't think they really did it for you in the bedroom, though. I think you kind of were bored, I have to say. I got like the image of somebody like rolling their eyes while somebody's going at it with them. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh my gosh. Reality tunnel number 3. You're the spicy ones of the bunch. You might also be a little kind of like, I don't know. You might be a little cruel. You might be a little cruel. Some people might say that you're a little cruel at times. You might like to really like kind of talk some shit about people. Yeah, this is somebody you dealt with, definitely. You had hookup energy here with this person. You didn't like what they offered in their cup. You thought it was a gross cup, all right? You thought it was a gross cup. I also feel like you do need to cleanse something away here because there's something that's still attached to you from this encounter. It's got like parasitic kind of vibes, all right? Something is still siphoning off your energy. This may be what you need to release, cleanse away. Maybe time's up on this connection. You need to stop picking up that call, okay? Rhubarb Tony. There could be a Tony in the mix here. There could be a Tony here that has some information, right? This person might like to wear socks with sandals, right? This person has some information here. Rhubarb coming in, okay? Rhubarb is associated with the planet Venus, okay? So somebody has certain insight here. This person does have a lot of knowledge. We've got the pterodactyl here, okay? They do have a bird's eye view of a situation. They got a lot of knowledge. This person's very intelligent. You might not know that from their, outward appearances here, okay? But somebody's been looking into this matter and they know exactly what's been going on. It may look like a jumbled mess from the outside, but somebody's cracked the code here. They know the details of this situation. And whatever they've learned here, they're calling some shot. They're making an executive decision. And somebody's getting a call on the receiving end that their time's up. They may be going down for something here, okay? Something they don't want to hear. I have to tell you. Right? Saturn energy really strong here. There could be a Capricorn connected to this. We do have that Capricorn full moon coming in on June 21st that will be the culmination point of this lunar cycle. All right? Somebody may have to answer some questions about their history here. I see that, okay? Yeah, look at this. You don't have enough spoons, all right? I think at one point, you were loyal to this character, but you're tired of kind of helping this person out, especially when they're the ones who stir the pot. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius. You could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the horse, right? This is also about movement, power. I mean, maybe something was moving forward in the past. Maybe there was a lot of power that this person held, but their time's up, okay? I got that energy coming in. Let's go ahead and do a cut of the deck here. So these are all things that you should pay attention to. Pay attention to any wise guys, all right? Any wise guys in your environment. Any good fellas, okay? You might be surrounded by some characters of this nature. I do think this person's going to try to give you a call. They're going to try to get a renewal going on here, okay? But your best interest is to transform this energy. Don't pick up that phone. You don't need that particular mushroom, all right? There's something that does need to be balanced out here. It does got vibes of land and sea, surf and turf. Maybe you went out for surf and turf with this person. Maybe you went to a steakhouse with this person. Okay, I think you're going to get a lot of signs through nature. Some of you have experimented with shrooms a bit, okay? You might get some visions, some guidance coming in through shrooms. You might do some journeying. You might go somewhere out in nature. You might go on a mountaintop and, feel like you look and see the face of God, just like the Mayans used to do, right? This could be something that's coming back around the bend, reaching out to you. Back from 2013, 2012, during the summertime then when Gemini was hosting Jupiter at that time, okay? This could be somebody you share a child with, I have to say, okay? But time's up on this. And something's outdated here, right? It really does need to be transformed. You're definitely heading through that rebirthing tunnel, but there could be a danger of you just sort of finding yourself on a karmic loop if you don't take the right actions here. And do be aware of what you're entangled in because there could be repercussions. It's time to flush this, all right? Those sanitizers, the little discs, the little pucks, Interesting. Pucks. This person could play hockey. There could be a hockey connection here. You know, they're there to like keep the air fresh, but they never cover up the stench. There's something about that, okay? Something should have been flushed a long time ago, okay? It's leaving a trail here, and there's something you need to be mindful of, okay? I do feel like you're going to get a lot of messages coming in through the phone calls you receive. Maybe people you haven't heard from for a while. People are suddenly reaching out to you. You know that these people are there to kind of like do a little bit of intel. You have your suspicions that somebody sent them to sort of like pump you for information. I think you're right about that. All right. Let's look at what are their methods. We're pulling out the occult tarot here. What methods are they using? It looks like, you got somebody specifically that you've been intimate with that is trying to test the waters, so to speak, here, all right? Test the waters, so to speak, but, if you get involved in this, you could get really wrapped up in some ball of confusion that could tie you to something you don't want to be associated with. I do feel like somebody is, going to find themselves in some hot water in connection with this situation. So you want to be mindful of who you keep company with, okay? Who you share certain details with, all right? Mind your P's and Q's, all right? Something may have seemed like a lot of fun at one time, but, if you go back down that road, you're going to regret it, I have to say, okay? You have the ability to transform something now before you get too far into it, all right? All right. I think something may have been gnawing at you about this too. You may have even been feeling a little bit like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have let that person in. I wish I wasn't connected to this situation. Okay, so there's something here that needs to be transformed. All right, what do we got here? Temperance, look at that. Brought it in and it comes out. Okay, you definitely could be dealing with a Sagittarius. There's something that absolutely needs to be balanced out here karmically. All right. And this person makes a lot of noise. They like to spread the word. So if you think that you're going to be able to like speak candidly with this person and, keep it between the two of you, no, they're going to run and tell that. Okay. And in fact, that's why this person is, reaching out to you. They have other people they want to communicate to. You be aware of this, okay? Warms water, all right? So they're just kind of testing the waters. Can we get something cooking here again? Is it possible? Be aware of this, okay? This person is definitely going to reach out to you. Like, they're going to call. You will hear from this person. This person could call you from jail. They might want you to bail them out, okay? Maybe you're going to tell them time's up, You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were getting into. Maybe word is spreading fast in this situation. Okay, let's see what's coming in here. Let's see what's coming in here for reality tunnel number 3. Reality tunnel number 3. This could be news coming out too about some kind of event, some kind of celebration. It could be like a baby shower. It could be a wedding. All right. You may wonder, should I go? All right. Maybe you get offered to. Maybe this is like some promoter coming in. Maybe you do something creative. Maybe you're a performer. They want to see if you want a gig at a wedding or baby shower or some event, Be careful what you get roped into. There's some kind of ulterior motive here. Ooh, okay, what we got? Again, temperance on the bottom of the deck. A lot of you are dealing with a Sagittarius, okay? You might have first gotten news about this, I have to say, with the Sagittarius full moon that we had back there in May. Yep. This is not done yet. Okay, this is coming back around the bend. All right, we got lion energy here. This could be a Leo in connection with this. This person may sort of like have a Leo in a really compromising position, I have to say. They got this under control. They may have been like, compromised by this person. Okay, you could also be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with Scorpio and Aquarius. Yeah, if this person is trying to pull you in on something, because it says makes one skilled in labor and crafts, increases knowledge. It's got vibes. I don't know why. Like somebody can like claims they can promote you, give you a rise in status, something like that. I mean, it's in reverse though. This person might be involved in like some kind of like a scandal or something that's really compromised their reputation. So maybe they say that they're there to help you, but it's actually more about helping them. They think that you can kind of like sway public opinion, you know, maybe be a good look for their reputation, okay? And this person may feel like somebody owes them something in this situation. That person could be a Leo, all right? This person could be connected to a Leo, you know, and they're trying to like break themselves free of this. In some way, they've been compromised, okay? They've been injured. This person may even have some kind of injury, okay? You might want to look into Griffin medicine, all right? Again, it's tying into the other piles here. This could have been somebody who tried to get their hands on someone's treasure. They tried to, you know, take control in a situation. They might have had a Leo working with them. Now there might be something compromising about that, okay? It could land somebody in hot water, I have to say. You know, they're chained here. This person may be like wanting to actually sacrifice this person to save their butt. I have to tell you, it's coming through like that, okay? This is somebody you've worked with. Somebody you worked with, and you really shouldn't like renew this contract, because if you do, it's not going to be good for you, right? It's not going to be a good look. Let me do a cut of the deck. This person, their form of manipulation is slander, gossip, sharing others' secrets, talking to people who can thwart others' opportunities because they have a certain level of clout or a position of power. Yep, this could be a King of Pentacles. And look, there's the horse imagery again, okay? This person has some kind of financial sway. It gets them into certain rooms that, you know, you may want to be in. But there's something about making a deal with this person can be a bit like making a deal with the devil. And it might put you in a compromising position. You may not see how to gain certain advantage, to gain a certain rise in status, to gain some kind of financial advantage, that it could really compromise you in the end. And in fact, it may be a setup, okay? You may have hurt this person or turned this person down or something in the past. And you may not understand the way that maybe they're trying to get back at you. You know, maybe they want to make an example out of you, have you take the fall, okay? So there's something you need to be aware of here. This person's an alchemist. They can turn any metal into gold. They give one high offices and titles. Answers questions about past, present, and future. Could be an earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's definitely somebody, could be like an emperor energy, somebody who's got like a certain level of status. They got certain advantages. They do have a certain position of power. They can move things forward. They do have certain assets. I do feel like this person is promising like some kind of big level up. Beware of the price of fame. Beware of contracts you sign. You know? Yeah. It's like making a deal with the devil with Lucifer there, and we got death, okay? This is something that needs to come to a close. So many skeletons. This is a lot of deals done in the dark. This person could be a necromancer, okay? It says provides liberation and illumination, incites jealousy and envy. I'm telling you, this person pits people against each other. This person's gotten themselves in some kind of mess, all right? And all the skeletons are about to tumble out. And so they want to try to like take that and pin it on somebody else. I think they want to pin it on you. I would be aware if I were you. Let's get some more details about this situation. I would not pick up the phone. I wouldn't tell this person anything, okay? Strong Scorpio energy coming through here. It's also that South Node work. I think you've danced with this devil before, okay? I don't think it's your first time dancing with this devil. Dance could be factoring in here. You could be a dancer. You could work at the club. This could be a club promoter. All right. Not for everybody, but you could be dealing with a dancer. You could be dealing with a club promoter. You could be dealing with a situation that kind of comes to a peak in a club. Okay, maybe you like run into somebody there, a bunch of drama gets stirred up, or you run into somebody you haven't seen for a while. Maybe it's been a while since you've been to the club. Okay, this person's got a lot of gossip. You know, be careful what you get roped into here. All right, this person comes with a lot of baggage attached. All right. Give us some more details here for reality tunnel number 3, Spirit. Give us some more details for reality tunnel number 3, Spirit. All right. Bottom of the deck energy. Yeah. The universe. All right. Be wise. All right. This person is greedy. All right. They're only thinking about them. And they're trying to figure out what they can do to sort of like reinvent the wheel here, reinvent the narrative. And I think the wheel of fortune, because this person wants to move something forward. They want to move out of an old cycle. They're feeling stuck. They might be feeling confined. Again, this person could be dealing with legal issues. I do feel like there is a necessity to protect yourself from this energy. With the universe coming in here, you are meant to bring something to a close if you hope to have greater expansion. And if you are somebody who wants to move beyond this situation, or you want to expand your reach, or you're looking to, you know, activate your destiny, and your destiny involves in some way, you know, you having more visibility, you making a name for yourself. Maybe you're an entertainer, a performer. You know, maybe you want to do some kind of work that, you know, really puts you on center stage here or something. This is not going to be a good look if you're connected to this energy. You could be dealing with any of the fixed signs. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Scorpio here. And it's not until you bring this to a completion will you experience a renewal. Again, I feel like it's connected to some kind of celebration, okay, or some type of event. And if you get connected to this, like, it's going to be a bad look, man. You could ruin a name for yourself. If you are somebody in a public position, you could ruin your shot, man. You could blow it. This could be some like really bad press. Okay, so there's something you need to be very mindful of here. This will work against you. Yep, and there's some kind of injustice here, and it won't work out in your favor because there's lies, there's deceit, there's shady stuff going on here. You will not be protected. This is justice in reverse. Okay, so something's been done here. It's not right. And there is somebody who's going to, you know, defend themselves in this situation. And they will come out victorious. Okay, Libra energy here. Libra South Node energy. Really strongly here. Something is definitely being weighed out here. So you might be needing to sort of like balance something out that you got involved in. And you didn't know the price you'd have to pay. But I feel like this is an ante-up moment here. And the actions you take moving forward will carry a lot of weight. So be mindful of the choices you make here, man. Be mindful of the choices you make here. Because somebody here does have a position of power. And they're protected here. They got the money to protect them. They got the power to protect them. But notice with your fairy tale that came in there, your mythos that came in, Aspara there, you know, there was 3, right? There's 3 here that they're the ones who are going to be, you know, finding themselves going down for that deep dive if they make a deal with this devil, because this one's calling all the shots here. It almost has like setup vibes, so I'd be really leery of this if I were you. This is tricky terrain you're having to navigate. It's a bit of going down a rabbit hole, I have to say. There might be something you need to undo. It might be complicated, okay? You might need to retrace your steps. You might need to retrace your steps in this situation. Let me do a cut of the deck here, see what we got. 8 of Pentacles. This is totally related to finances. This is related to work. This is related to somebody who's in a big position of power here. Could be a Virgo. We got Hermit energy here, all right? You would be best served to break free from this pack, okay? If you were working with a group of people and you know you were doing something that was a little suspect, if you hope to have your star on the rise and keep heading toward that North Node, you would be wise to break free from this pack and go your own way, all right? Go your own way. All right, this is fate right here with the Hermit, all right? This is telling you straight up, there's been an injustice here. You need to pull out of this situation. You need to go your own way. There's something you need to learn here. Now, if you were involved in any kind of like group where maybe you were manifesting with each other, you know, a group of wizards, a group of alchemists, okay? You need to go back to being more of a solitary practitioner here because in some way, you know, you lost your path. You need to find your path again. You need to recover your light from this darkness so you can light the way ahead, okay? It's like a guilt by association thing, and somebody wants you to pay the price for something they did, and it won't turn out well, all right? You need to be very, very mindful of this. All right, stay alive to this, I'm telling you, ma'am. All right, we're going to get your 3 power words here with a little bibliomancy from the Pop Vocabulary book. These are words that should highlight something that you need to pay attention to if they come up in your environment. They could be breadcrumbs that provide little clues for you. They could be spells in and of themselves, power words as you move through this cycle. So let's see what we got. Hog heaven, a state of complete happiness or contentment. You could be dealing with somebody who was born in the year of the pig. They could be somebody who has a hog. They have a motorcycle. They're part of a motorcycle gang. I think this person's been living high on the hog, okay? They're happy. They're content. As long as they get what they want, they're all good. They're not really looking out for your interests, okay? So be aware of that. Let's see what we got here. Panache, flamboyance, spirited self-assurance, elegance of manner or sophistication. Okay, so I think this person does like to make a big show of things. They may be a show promoter. They like to put on a show. They lay it on thick. They may be flamboyant. Okay, this may be somebody who plays for both teams. All right, and they're very open about it. All right, they may live kind of a lavish and sort of unconventional lifestyle too. Okay, this person is very sure of themselves. They're cocky. Okay, but they also have a way to find themselves in certain rooms. They have certain connections there where they can really work both ends. To play the middle there. There's something you need to be aware of with this character, right? Don't get suckered here. Ooh, interesting. I got this reminds me of a sigil, okay? My finger landed right on this, so I feel like this is a symbol coming in for you, okay? You might want to work with this sigil. I don't know why. This is also giving me puppet vibes. Has somebody been working with a doll? Somebody been doing some workings with a doll? That might be what this injustice is around. If anybody was doing any kind of control work, maybe trying to take somebody down, somebody they thought was being a little too big for their britches, somebody that they feel got away into, certain rooms, certain circles that they wanted to be in, but they hadn't found their way into yet. They thought that should be me, not them. Okay? If you did anything like that, you might want to, do some cleanup work around that, because something here is boomeranging, and somebody here is taking a fall, and it's like there's all these fingers pointing at the other here, okay? We're going to find out what magic you got working for you right now with a little journey through a history of magic here, okay? Again, just a little bibliomancy. We'll see what comes out. It's interesting because reality tunnel 1 and 2 got the same thing, only with a little twist. So I'm really curious to see what comes out here, because I look at that Aspara and the 3 cups and, you know, the three figures, you know, working together, and it does give me vibes. You know, you get 3 working together, it forms a complete circle. You know, forms a complete circle for those who do any kind of magical work. So, you know, this could be a little group of witches going on here. Yep. And with that, we got defense against the dark arts. Okay. One of these things is not like the other one. Interesting. Pile 2 was talking about needing to, you know, defend themselves against some dark arts. It says here, defense against the dark arts is a compulsory subject taught in witchcraft and wizardry. Students learn how to defend themselves from the dark arts, dark creatures, and an array of dark curses. Rumor has it that the position for the job was jinxed, meaning that each new school year brought with it a new defense against the dark arts teacher. Ooh, interesting. Fact, historical defense. Throughout history, people have attempted to protect themselves from the dark arts. In Britain, pentacles, flower patterns, and the letters V and M. Okay, there could be a person with a name that starts with V or M connected to this. It says standing for the Virgin Mary. This could be a person who presents themselves as being a churchgoer or being really upright. This could be somebody that works with hoodoo. This could be somebody, oh, interesting. I just heard that this could be somebody who roots with root work, but they don't have roots. Be careful of that. You know, if you don't have the ancestry that's connected to root work and you haven't gained access to those areas by working with an appropriate teacher, that can get you in a real pickle, man. Okay? The letters V and M were often scratched into stones near the doors, windows, and chimneys of houses in the hope that this would stop witches getting in. Rowan trees were also supposed to keep away evil spirits. The trees were planted in graveyards to watch over the spirits of the dead, and people carried little sprigs of rowan or pinned them over doorways to keep them safe. Might want to get your hands on some rowan, especially if you got some backfire action going on, or if you feel like somebody laid some roots on you. There could be a New Orleans connection to this. Somebody could have been, again, you know, working with the spirits of the dead. They could have stirred up some spirits that won't be laid to rest, okay? This could be coming home to roost. Somebody could have worked with some graveyard magic. They could have taken some graveyard dirt, not known the correct way to go about doing that. Okay, and these are all the characters. I'm going to bring them in. There are, of course, characters in the book Harry Potter, but you could be dealing with characters in this group that match these descriptions. We have Professor Quirinus Quirrell, a nervous and trembling man. Professor Quirrell wore a large purple turban to hide a dark secret. We have Professor Gilderoy Lockhart with dazzlingly white teeth, could be a dentist, and forget-me-not blue eyes. Professor Lockhart had a wink and a smile that fooled almost everyone. Okay. Professor Remus John Lupin. Many students consider Lupin to be one of the best defense against the dark arts teachers they'd ever had. Lupin is also connected with wolf medicine. Okay, so this is about the Pathfinder. I feel like this is about getting yourself on the right path. You might have been led astray by someone, I have to say. Professor Lupin was bitten by Fenrir Greyback as a child and kept his werewolf secret hidden for many years. So this is somebody who likes to work with the lunar cycles, especially full moon. They may have done a working this last lunar cycle with the full moon in Sagittarius. If you did, there might be something about that you need to examine a little bit more closely, either working out of area of expertise, okay? Or somebody could have done some kind of working against you at that time. We got the moon in the backdrop, okay? I just noticed that. This could be connected to a Cancer. It could be connected to a Pisces, all right? We have Professor Alastor Moody, Mad Eye Moody. That sounds like a kind of criminal name there, okay? This person may have something interesting that goes on with their eyes. They may have like an eye twitch. They may have some kind of eye issue. They may have lost an eye in a fight. Interesting. Later revealed to be none other than the Barty Crouch Jr., taking the form of Professor Moody by using polyjuice potion. Okay, so this is somebody who's like maybe is a catfish energy too. Maybe this is somebody trying to mimic somebody else's energy. This could be somebody who wears an eye patch. Maybe this person has a fascination with pirates. Interesting. I don't know what all this is coming in, but I'm just going to go with the flow of the downloads. Okay, we got Professor Dolores Umbridge. Squat, broad, and with a flabby face, Professor Umbridge reminded Harry of a large toad the first time he saw her. Okay, and you know, it's interesting because I do feel like this is like a catty group. Okay, so there's probably people here in this group that make a lot of judgments about other people, but don't look at the way that their own shit stank. All right, there's something to be mindful of here. Professor Severus Snape. With greasy black hair and sallow skin, Professor Snape finally fulfills his dream of becoming the defense against the dark arts teacher in Harry's 6th year at Hogwarts. So this is somebody who wants to steal somebody's spot, and they're very adamant about getting it. Professor Amicus Carrow, brother to Alecto, Professor Carrow took up the role of defense against the dark arts teacher in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And you know who hangs out at the Hallows? The Hangman. And I'm telling you, somebody's getting hung up at the crossroads here. And there is a course correction needed here. It's your job to figure out if that course correction is you needing to make a different move, doing some reversal work, or if it's somebody else that you're dealing with. But I feel that's a bit of a riddle you need to resolve, and everything hinges on it. Good luck. Godspeed.